right, what's up, guys? I see in the chat everybody's locked in on this game like I am. I mean, this has been some pitching duel. Shadows definitely big deal early in this game, 100%. I've seen it before in this very ballpark. Sasaki out there for inning number 3 right now. So yeah, this game is very, very tight. Very, 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 very tight. All the best pitchers have already pitched. For the Dodgers, Glasnow, Sheehan, and Sasaki. And for the Phillies, Sanchez, Duran, and Strom. Yeah, we'll definitely watch. Ooh, you think he's possibly tipping Sasaki? Possibly tipping? He looks unbelievable in this game. I mean, I'm not watching with the sound on, so I have no idea what they're talking about, but... Oop, just struck out another guy. He's gotten 8 outs in a row. He looks great. All right, here's where we're at. Sanchez and Glasnow did not disappoint at all. The shadows were pretty big. Pretty big factor, I felt like, early, so I did feel like there was going to be some scoring late in this ball game, but Sasaki looks incredible right now. He just threw a splitter to Turner that must be -10. I can't wait to look. I mean, he looks great. Whatever they did with him, whatever they did with him is really working because he's just pounding the zone with elite stuff. You know, it's very Scooble of him, but this splitter, this fork ball, I guess we're not calling it a splitter, right? It's so good. Pretty good take there. I gotta put that on full mute. What's up, Stefan? Netherlands, I love it. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome. All right, during his glove pat, during his windup, I think after he pats, when he throws splitter, his hand goes up a slight bit. When he throws fastball, his hand goes straight back. Oh, in terms of his pat, like the height of the pat back here, might be a tough thing to see from the plate. I'll keep an eye on it now. Right now he's 3-2, 2 outs. He's trying to go 9 up, 9 down. This is a pretty unbelievable outing. Ooh, Trey. Yep, caught by Teoscar. 9 up, 9 down. So, unbelievable. Send him back. Send him back out. Win it or send him back. That's what everybody's yelling in the bullpen. Send him back. Too efficient. So how many did he end up throwing in the 3 innings? It looks like, well, 35 plus whatever that last batter was. All right. I mean, it's awesome to see when you look at this. This is 9 batters in a row. Just went through the whole order, got every single guy out. It's incredible. Man, there's so much to unpack from this game. I really just kind of want to watch the entire game. I don't know if that's all right with you. Just speed watch the whole game and try to get to this point, and we'll just continue talking about it. I think that's kind of the way to do this today. Top of the first, Trey Turner. Gonna get him out with a fastball strikeout. Oh, up top, blowing doors. Schwarber double on a curveball. Terrible angle, my bad. Here's the curveball. So 2-2 curveball to Schwarb. And suddenly Schwarber's hitting again. You know, 0 for, what was it? 0 for 20 or something like that? 0 for 22? 2 pumps yesterday, double now and a curveball. So at the very start of this game, I think they could see. But I think once it got into like the 3rd inning, I don't think they could see at all. So Bryce rolls over a curveball. Bohm's on a 4-pitch walk. Interesting. I don't even know that's a strike, obviously. And then Marsh is going to punch out. Let's watch the whole at bat of the punch out. This is a big at bat in the game. First inning. Dots one down. Curveball off that. Oof, great take. Great take. Force him down again. Probably should have swung at that one. That was a good pitch to hit. I mean, it is 98 and everything. Pretty good pitch. So Luzardo is now in the game. This game's gotten to crazy. Oh, why am I still having this up here? We'll get there when we get there. I'm sorry. I'm covering a whole bunch of stuff up. Anyway, yeah, this pitch, pretty good pitch to hit, I feel like. All right, and then he's going to get him on a 98-8. Probably gets it up this time. Yeah, gets to the swing through spot. Interestingly, I feel like Marsh was hunting the upper part of the strike zone, even though he probably had no shot of hitting one of these. This is a hell of a fastball. So he gets through the first unscathed. On the other side, Sanchez, who, for the innings I watched, he looked unfreaking real. Shohei, we broke this down on Baseball and Coffee this morning. It was going to be sinkers in, changeups in, sliders away. Shohei did not look good against him. Would he anticipate the fastball in? Looks like he kind of did here, first pitch, but still doesn't get to it. Just beautiful first pitch sinker, a little pop-up, one out. Mookie's going to strike out. Mookie, he got him out every time with a changeup the last time, and no difference here. This time it's a strikeout. So everything looking the way we expected in the first inning. Here's Teoscar, going to get him with a sinker. He owns Teoscar, too. I feel like, for the most part. I mean, I know he got clipped the other day, but I don't know. I just feel like he's got the changeup. Teoscar's not seeing it very good. Shohei just struck out from Luzardo. Shohei's really struggling at the plate in this series. Little inside-out lazy liner, and that's a very efficient first inning. Looks like 7 pitches. Back to Glass now for the second. JT. Going to get him out with a slider. Pretty good swing. I like that swing right there. Don't get rewarded, but that's a nice swing. Taking that slider the other way. Somebody was saying that it looks electric there. It is. Trust me. It is. Dodger Stadium's one of the best venues in sports. I freaking love this place. All right, line drive to right. Max Kepler. Ooh, sinker. Doors up top with a sinker. Very weird, but that works. 17.8 vert. It's kind of a weird four seam for him. Just has a little more run to it. Still nasty, though. Castellanos ground out on a slider. Okay. So when he faced him earlier in the year, earlier in the series out of relief, heavy slider, heavy curveball usage, not a ton of fastballs. We're seeing a lot of outs on off speed so far, and he had a very efficient second inning. So Sanchez back out for the second. Freddie Freeman's going to get a hit to lead off this inning on a left-on-left 2-2 changeup. Just a good swing. Really pretty good pitch. Obviously, it's in the zone. Just a very good swing. Look at the head down on the ball. Look at his eyes watching that ball at contact. Freddie's got a weird swing for me, but yet it does a lot right. It's an unorthodox, like the initial setup with the knees kind of bowed out. Like you see this knee's going this way. It feels like this knee's going this way. I don't know what that's all about. But then the load is simple. The stride is minimal, if anything. It's just like a little tiny move. And then he's very good at seeing the contact. This is very Arenado of him. Or really, it's a big thing that he does too. You see how he's dialed in on that, keeping that head down on the ball. Really, really nice technique here by Freddie. And there's a base hit. Luzardo looking pretty good so far in this inning over here. The whole Dodger Stadium crowd's on their feet. Kind of a weird scenario to hit like this. You know a home run wins the whole series. One home run. So it's hard not to go for it in these spots when you have no rally going, and that just makes for weird baseball. All right, so that was Freddie's singles. Tommy Edman, he's going to line out on a first pitch. Okay, so they're trying to be aggressive, it looks like. He took him to right field last time. That's a good swing. But also really good positioning. Kepler was playing awfully deep here, and I feel like this was a big factor. Right, like this is his baseline depth way back here. That feels pretty deep to me. He's pretty close to the track. That paid off. He hit that ball decent, right? 98.5 towards the gap on a line. So he gets a one pitch out, but that was a nice swing. So some early decent swings, I would say, and especially in this inning so far, but then a double play. 3-1 sinker. So this is a great get out of jail free card when you have ground balls in your back pocket. 3-1 count. Maybe not his best inning, but then he's able to roll up a double play. So always nice when you have that. And we're through 2. Back to Glass now for the third. Bryson Stott. Going to get him with a curveball. A little rollover at Edman with his little push throw to first. So curveball's getting a lot of outs early for Glass. Back to the top of the order, and Trey Turner First pitch, ambush on a slider, but he gets it to a great location. That's what you're kind of hoping for. When guys are being aggressive, it doesn't mean you have to throw a ball, but you want to throw a borderline pitch and get them to swing at your pitch, right? And this is a slider at the very, very bottom of the zone. That's a pitcher's pitch. You got to get under that ball. It's 91, not that easy. So one pitch, one out. Any pitcher will take it any freaking day. And then Schwarber, 3-pitch strikeout. Let's watch all three.
2 outs for Kyle Schwarber. First ball swinging.
So he got a hit on that curveball that first time. This time he goes right to it. Schwarber's definitely looking for it, but based off the fact that he cuts at this, but it's almost below the zone. I actually feel like the ball tracker's a little wrong here. Also, this angle really doesn't allow you to see much when guys follow through right in front of the zone. All right, curveball, now slider. Little early on that. That was a weird pitch. It's kind of played like a cutter up in. So 0-2, curveball, slider. Now he's going 4-seam. I guess you could blow him away up top, huh? Yeah. And Kyle knows he shouldn't swing at that, but it's tough when, he just saw 2 pitches that have downward break. Like the curveball, if this is the line of the curveball, it's making it into the zone. But instead it's the fastball. It's just the express. And you're freaking doorsed. So 3 innings, he looks freaking awesome in this game, I have to say. Glasnow looks fantastic. Sanchez now. His time for the third. And he's going to hit Alex Call here to lead off the inning. Shadow's starting to creep. Ooh, he just hits him right in the freaking ankle or the foot. Oh, the back ankle. Oh, that hurt really bad. Oh, that inside bone. Ooh, you don't want that. That would be so... This hurts so bad. Oh! Ow, 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 ow. I can't believe he stayed in after that. That's not an area you're used to getting hit. All right, so leadoff hit by pitch, but I guess he can't steal on you. Is that the good thing? All right, 0-1 changeup. So, wow, heck of a freaking play here. Holy shnikes, they almost got a double play. Almost was a hit, almost was a double play. So, we watched him give up a double to Kike. Kike is a dead pull hitter, and it was like a slider that kind of swept into the down-in area. This was in the game in Philly. This was how Sanchez gave up the runs, was ultimately this pitch to Kike. So I knew today they were going to stay away from him, change-ups, and it was up to Kike to kind of try to drive something to the big part of the field. I actually think he does that here pretty well. Hits this ball solidly up the middle. Unfortunately, this is just a great play by Bryson Stott. So he's out, and there's still a man on first with 1 out. And now we are up to Pages, 5-pitch strikeout. We'll just go to the final pitch, and it's of course it's the changeup. Perfect location, perfect chase. And this is right around the time I think it's going to start to get a little unhittable in this game with the Shadows. In the live game right now, top 11, Vesia in facing Harper, 1 out. Wow, we're in the 11th, no ghost runners and extras. So who knows? Who knows where this game's going? The other game has also just begun, Milwaukee and Chicago. We'll keep tabs on that as well. But this game it's been too good not to go through the whole thing. Okay, so Pages punches on the changeup, and here's Shohei. Then he goes sinker in. Man, he just loves to pound that sinker in on Shohei all day. Ooh, this time he goes for the inside out swing. So a little bit of a different swing here from Show. I like the adjustment. It would have been an out. Bohm lets it go under the glove, but I do like the adjustment. Looks like he means to do this, right? Definitely takes that type of stroke at it. And you can kind of see why. There's some holes over there. Got this whole area, You got to, not a bad idea. And it kind of works because Bohm doesn't make the play. So now it's up to Mookie in a big spot. Whoa, first pitch changeup though, huh? Kind of hits a pool cue spinner over there, and Bryce tackles it. Good job by Bryce to tackle this ball. You got to stick your belly in front of this because this has some wicked spin. Wicked spin on it. Now, again, with Mookie. Mookie got out with changeup every time versus Sanchez in the last game, and now he's gotten out twice already with changeup in this game. Changeup off the plate away, and this one's changeup in the zone away. I think at some point I'm looking for him to sit on this pitch, and if he gets in the zone, shoot it to right, but he's still pulling off it just a touch. That's why he kind of pool cues this ball, because he's pulling off that ball. Look at the head. The head's trying to launch that thing. Anyway, great play by Bryce. And it's 0-0 through 3. Back to Glass in the 4th. Harp. 2-2. Oh, and now you can see the shadows are there. Really, really tough conditions in Dodger Stadium this time of year in a middle of the day game. You get a very dark shadow. Look at this look right here. And it gets worse than this, but you get a very dark shadow, so the ball starts in the light, comes into the dark on the way. Not easy to see. I've referenced it. I don't know if I referenced it earlier today or not, but I very clearly remember a game that we played maybe like at the very end of September or very beginning of October, very end of the season versus the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium. 3 or 4 o'clock start. Zach Greinke versus Tyler Chatwood. Pretty sure it was a 1-0 game. Both guys pitched the whole game. Nobody could see shit. So that's what got my brain cooking on this. Now we got a guy on. Alec Bohm at the plate facing Vesia. Ooh, big swing. Really good swing. Doesn't make it though. Nice play in center by Pages. 2 outs. Okay. So we're in the 4th. Harper lines out sharply to Pages. Did I just watch that? Let me double check that I watched that. Yeah, I just watched that. They showed that. Then Bohm, another walk. So he's walked Bohm twice, interestingly enough. So kind of a guy you would think he would dominate, but he doesn't there. Walks him, and now Marsh. Curveball. Ooh, trying it in the pen. Ooh, another nice play by an infielder. Edman here. Little slide to the right. And now you can really see from the overhead cam just how that shadow's starting to come in. You know, it's starting to creep. And once it gets a little darker and it's still bright in the outfield, not good. But anyway, it's a really good play by Edman for another out on a curveball. So Glasnow continues to get a lot of outs with curveballs in this game. And now JT. This is a 0-1 curveball. And he hits that really hard. Now, JT is known, definitely known as a really good curveball hitter. For whatever reason, the leg kick seems to tie up really well with him catching a curveball down and out front and hitting the ball really hard. He hits it really hard here, but this is a really nice play by Kike. The bounce throw is key. So a really good job there, and we're through the top of the 4th. And now Sanchez gets his crack at the 4th. And he's going to start it by punching out Teoscar with a changeup. And here's where I just think they can't see. I don't think they can see very well at this point. And it started being like a knife through butter here a little bit. Strikeout, Freeman. Inside out, ground ball to short. Trey flings it on over. He's out. And then Tommy Edman. So this is another 1-2-3 inning for Sanchez. Sinkers and changeups doing the thing. Look, it gets people to swing at that kind of pitch. It's not even close. Not even close. It's a really good pitch. Look at that. Off the plate, away and down. Whenever you get a hitter in this kind of stance, good thing for a pitcher. Man on second, 2 outs now. And the other game still 0-0. Cubs had a scoreless top of the 1st. And now they're up at the plate. Nico Horner getting it going. All right, 2 outs. So that was Freddie grounding out. And then we just saw Tommy Edman ground out. So that's it. We go to the 5th. Mr. Glasnow. So still 0-0, still 0-0. And he actually goes for a 3-2 walk here to lead off this inning. Not ideal. He hates it. But then he bounces back with a nice strikeout of Castellanos. Nice slider. Very, very nice. And then Stott's also going to strike out. Yeah, that's just a fastball down the middle. Looks like he can't see. And even on this throw coming out of the catcher's spot down to second, Mookie looks scared a little bit, like he can't see. You see that reaction? Not very clean. And if you look at the center field cam, you see this haze? That's the camera effect because it's dark down there and it's very backlit where we are right here. So that's what they're looking at. They're staring at a very bright background, but they're standing in darkness. So it's very strange. Anyway, close play there, but another strikeout. And then Trey Turner's gonna get out on the first pitch. And Glasnow gets through 5 scoreless. Lets that ball go. We've seen a couple examples of guys letting it go recently, like Schlittler, and it not working out. Glasnow lets it go this time, and it does work out. So now Sanchez goes back for the 5th. And he's going to start off this inning with a 9-pitch strikeout of Will Smith. Oh my God, that is a perfect pitch. 98 front door sinker. How much movement? Oof, -17. -17 on that, and it's got good drop. Holy cow, look at this. Oh my God. Bader up in this big spot right now. 2-2, 2 outs. Facing Vesia. Chopping at the ball. That's what you kind of have to do with this guy's vertical break, Vesia. We'll get there. So anyway, Sanchez opens with a strikeout there. Who was that? Will Smith? Yep. And then Alex Call is going to get a hit. So he gets hit by a pitch, stays in the game. What a warrior. And then he comes up with a hit on a pretty good pitch. Another front door sinker dotted at 97. Little inside-out swing. So we've seen a few guys take this approach. Shohei from the left side, Call from the right side. And this one, he does get rewarded with a hit. So nice job, Alex Call, getting the chance today. And then we have Kike. 3-2 changeup. So again, staying away from him. Still tries to pull it, as you can see. Standard Kike stuff. I mean, he just wants to pull. He's diving and trying to pull. This ball's off the plate away. It's begging for it to be smashed the other way, but he pulls it anyway. Almost gets the hit, though. Trey with a nice little dive, and then Pajas is going to ground out, and we are done with 5 scoreless on each side. Another changeup. They just can't stay back on it. It's such an elite pitch. I'm curious to see what the numbers look like when we go to the tables. Now for the 6th inning. Tyler Glasnow, Kyle Schwarber, 3-pitch strikeout.
That was TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Here we go to
First pitch fastball in, very nice.
At the time of day.
Gonna double up with the heater.
Kyle Schwarber.
So clearly not looking for that as he takes both of those pitches. Fastball in, fastball a little more hittable, no swing. Looking for the ball to start away from him. I don't know. Here comes a curveball.
Did have a double in the first. And a
Beautiful execution. Strike ball, curveball. Really hard to lay off this. I mean, this is a strike for a long time. And it just hits the deck. Perfect pitch. So Glasnow's got that curveball working in this one. Here's Harper. He's going to get him out with a curveball. He got a lot of people out with curveballs in this game. Harper kind of slapping over that. Rolls it over to Freddie. Bohm, though. Bohm. 2 walks and a single. Interesting. All right, so Bader gets out. And we're still going into the bottom of the 11th. Ooh, nice swing on a curveball. This is a very good curveball swing. You kind of just bend over, stay through the middle, smash it up right back where it came from. Choked on my words there for a second. There's the swing from the side, and then he's going to get his last out of the game is Marsh. Now, a little questionable that he gets pulled here. This is pitch number 83. It's 6 shutout innings. I actually think what he's checking there is the pitch count. It's not just the velocity. Normally, when you see a pitcher look and kind of stare at the board, they're looking at their velo, but I think he's looking at the pitch count. I think he's wondering where he's at and if he's going to keep going. Turns out, no. Turns out Dave decides to pull him. That might have been a little bit of a premature move. Sheehan came in and gave up a run after that. But on the other side, Sanchez went back out for the 6th and immediately strikes Shohei out on 3 pitches. Sinker down in, very nice. Ooh, sinker off the plate in. So again, just abusing him with sinkers and changeups in. Ooh, and this one's a changeup away. So he went in, and they waited for the right moment. And this is an impossible pitch to hit too, because it looks like a ball out of your hand, and it's kind of a dead fish away. And you can see by Shohei's swing, just he's looking inside. And then he can't cover outside. You don't see Shohei reach for a pitch like that. That's in the strike zone very often. Holy cow, my alert on my this blew my eardrums out. All right. Shohei punches, and then Mookie, though. So, okay, so this was an interesting at bat. Remember, Mookie's now gotten out, I think, 5 or 6 consecutive times on changeups versus Sanchez. So, in this at bat, he throws him a sinker and he doesn't even flinch at it, just takes it. Then he gets the changeup that he knows is coming, and this time he doesn't actually change his approach. He still hooks it. He still pulls it for a hit. He's just more committed to it, and he's more accurate and gets the job done. I've been calling for him to go the other way for a hit, him and Kike, because I know this is how Sanchez is going to pitch him. But he just says, you know what, sometimes I can just do my thing better this time than I did it last time. That's what he does here. He just dives for it and gets himself a knock. And then Teoscar would come up with a hit here as well. And that's the type of swing I've been calling for. You're going to get pitched away, away, away. They're trying to get you on the ground. Say, okay, there's a big-ass hole over there, especially with a man on first. Look at this whole hole. You could drive a truck through it. That's what Teoscar does. And now they got 2 on versus Sanchez. This is the first time they got anything really going against this guy. Freddie Freeman, though. Crowd's starting to feel it. And he just goes right back to the bread and butter, pounds it in. Another nice play by Stott. They get the force there, first and third. And Tommy Edman, they actually had a great at-bat here. Let's watch the whole at-bat, 7 pitches. Pulls the changeup in for ball 1. Changeup pulled again, chopped foul. So 2 changeups in a row, not executed very well. Sinker in, this time jams him. Big speed differential there, that does the trick. Harper almost catches that, but he's kind of mad at himself. He doesn't go for it, I think. Back to the changeup. Chops it in the ground foul. Another pulled changeup. So I actually see it a little more now. I think he was getting a little tired. Now that's good execution. That's the changeup I expect more often. But he did pull a few balls in this at-bat. And now he goes with the slider. Man, this is such a risky pitch. Little ground ball back to the pitcher, and he makes the play. Oh, hello.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. Hi.
Hello. Just come back from ballet?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Good.
All right. You do your homework?
Yeah.
All right, great.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Love you.
Love you.
We love you.
Love you.
Thank you for dinner.
Of course. Did you see it?
No, but I can smell it, and I love you.
All right. Love you too. All right. Little delay there. Family delay. Family on the field. Anyway, I didn't love this pitch. It was a little risky, but he's such a choppy swing mode. And honestly, this is a good no panic by the pitcher here. I'd like to tell you I make this play. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably freak out. This is a nice play. He catches it. Very fundamental. Plants, takes the steps, knows how much time he has. Throws a strike to Harp. Very, very nice. So he ends up still going. So I'm kind of done looking at Glass now. But I just want to, you know what? Let's go look at Glass Now's player breakdown just so we can kind of digest what we just watched there. Dinner was steak and my famous Greek salad. So also some rice. There's also some pasta in there that she made yesterday that I heated up for Bradley. And she'll probably have a little bit of that too. But they were at ballet late tonight, so I figured I would make sure they had something when they came home. Cubs just got 3 runs somehow. Shit just went down. I don't know what's going on with my internet here, but it's pissing me off because I want to look at this breakdown. What the fuck is going on? All right, we're back. Player breakdown. Tyler Glasnow. Yeah, so 34 four-seamers. He went more fastball in this game than he did the previous time when he came out of the bullpen in this outing. So he did flip the script a little bit, but he also leaned heavy on that curveball. Look at that, 27 curveballs, 14 sliders, 8 sinkers. Incredible whiff rate, 42%. We've been seeing this in the playoffs, man. These guys have been getting a ton of swing and misses. Like, it's been unbelievable to watch. It really has. 4-seam fastball, 10 swings, 7 whiffs. That's fucking unbelievable. That's so abnormal. And then curveball, he only got the 4 whiffs, but they were getting ground balls all day off this. 7 balls in play, and I don't remember more than 1 of those being hit. So he probably got 6 outs on curveballs in this game in play, not to mention a couple strikeouts. Slider, 3 whiffs, and even for good measure, the sinker, which he didn't throw often, got 50% whiff. So he was really, really good. He did have the 3 walks. If you want to quibble on his outing, you know, the pitch count, 83 pitches. Should they have left him in? Unclear, but they did it. So anyway, I thought he did a great job, though. He had to go toe-to-toe with Sanchez, and he did. All right, so back to Sanchez. He's still pitching in this game where we're at right now as he starts the 7th inning. Will Smith. Now it was 1-0 because on the other side, the Phillies just got a run off Sheehan, who came in for Glass, which we'll watch in a sec, but I want to put a bow on Sanchez. First pitch change up there, slider, top of the zone, strike. Will hates it, but it is a strike. And then another slider. So interesting. Hadn't thrown as many sliders until lately, but this is also a freaking 80 grade play by Trey Turner. Range. Plant, spin, and he throws it pretty dang hard too. Harper with a nice stretch. So a lot of people did a lot of things right here, including Will Smith. Pretty good swing on a slider below the zone. So he's out, and then he walks Call. So Call finds his way on base 3 times. He was the Alec Boehm of their lineup. A hit by pitch, a walk, and a single, and actually quite a pimpy walk. Did he pimp the shit out of this walk, or am I crazy? Little. Okay. Okay, Alex Call. So he's on, and now Kike Hernandez. I want to watch this whole at-bat. Because, again, Kike kind of beat him the last game on a slider down in. Now, this is a sinker down in that I think he hates the pitch call. But, honestly, if he swings at this is right in his wheelhouse. All right, 0-1. Sinker again. Oof, way in. So what they're trying to do here is they're trying to keep him from diving. Kike, we've talked about it already. He wants to dive. Ooh, big hit by Muncy. He wants to dive. And so they're just like, let's just try to stop him from diving. And they run this ball way freaking in, which you got to do sometimes. It's old school, but it works. All right, 1-1, sinker again. Now they're going to go back away now that he doesn't want to. Now he's probably not diving as hard. But Sanchez clearly tired here. He pulls the crap out of this fastball. We've seen this now a few times lately. Yes, the velo's still there. It's 97, but he pulls it pretty good there. All right, 2-1 sinker. Oh, they're going back in with it. Good take. Good take by Kike there, and he gets himself to a good count. 3-1. Time for the changeup. Pulls it too. I don't love the location, but the speed differential did it. I mean, look at that swing by Kike. All right, 3-2. Change up again. Yep, and he pulls it. So they're letting him, they're throwing him pitches in locations that he can do what he does and pull the ball. I'm a little surprised they didn't set up further away here. I'm a little surprised they didn't try a fastball up and away here or something away, because the way he was cutting his sinker and his changeup at the end, he was not going to locate away, and that's what Kike wants to do. Kike wants to pull and get a hit. So he exits the game there. 2 guys on and 1 out in the 7th. So we'll put a bow on Sanchez. He goes 6 1/3, 5 hits, 1 run. Now, at the time, it was actually no runs. But then they just go straight to Yohan Duran. And I think that was a great move. They don't mess around. Now, this is the type of move I definitely endorse if I was managing. Yohan Duran is their best pitcher, pitch for pitch. And I don't think it's particularly close. And why wait around? I know he doesn't come in the 7th a lot, but this was the game was on the line. So they had him ready, and he got fired into this game like a rocket ship. But to put a little breakdown on Christopher Sanchez, 44 sinkers, 41 changeups, 10 sliders, most of them towards the end of the game. I guess you have to throw some. I just think it's so risky when these other pitches are so dominant. He got 26% whiff, so nothing close to Glass now. But the weak contact was there all day. 86.8 average exit velocity. Not much really happened. They put a lot of changeups in play, and those were all mostly on the ground. Same with the sinkers. Looks like Kirkering's coming in here 1st and 3rd. Season on the line. What's the matchup here in this game live? So anyway, that's kind of the situation with Sanchez. And they go ahead and they bring in Duran on back of him. And this was a very, very fascinating inning. Duran comes in, Pages up, first batter, puts a splinker into play. Does a good job to kind of shoot it the other way, but it's not perfectly placed, so they get the out, and we get to second and third with 2 outs. Now they make the decision here to intentionally walk Shohei. Setting up the matchup with the bases loaded with him and Mookie. Now, this strategy, for me, I don't love it. If I was the pitcher and I felt like I had a good shot to get out Shohei, just because I like to have margin for error. I like to be able to throw balls out there and not have a walk kill me. Once you go bases loaded, a walk kills you. So now you go wild pitch that kills you, hit by pitch kills you, a walk kills you, obviously a hit kills you. So there's a lot more things that can kill you. And I don't love that as a pitcher. I need an exit strategy at all times in a big moment, pitching in a big spot. So that's why I like pitching second and third with an open base, because I can kind of take advantage of that hitter's aggressiveness, especially if I get ahead in the count and make him swing at some stuff on my terms. Bases loaded, and a guy makes 1 or 2 good swing decisions against me, the whole odds tilt in his favor. And that's kind of what goes down here in this Mookie at-bat that gets the Dodgers on the board. Splitter down, great take. Splitter down, another really good take. I mean, look at the drop on these pitches. This is negative vert at 97.5. I mean, it's a really good take, but out of the hand, look how high it is out of the hand. That's a wicked pitch, any way you look at it. Yeah, so it's Kike and Kerkering right now going at it. Man, I got my money on Kike right now, being that it's Kike. All right, so 2-1 fastball up, take. 3-1. Throws it in the zone. Mookie swings, and it's a foul ball, and it gets the 3-2. And then I thought this was the second excellent swing decision he made. That's a pretty tough pitch to lay off. Like, it's 100.4 miles an hour just above the zone. So now here's where, you know, you start to second guess the Rob Thompson strategy, and all that sort of stuff. A lot of people are agreeing with me. I don't understand the walk to Ohtani. Plus Ohtani hitting 150 in the playoffs. So there were some factors. I do know that Ohtani has 2 home runs versus Duran. I do know that. I heard that. And one of them was earlier in the year. So Kerkering just walks Kike. Either hit him or walked him. I don't know. Now it's Pages. So now we're in that same situation. Nowhere to put him. There's more ways to die. You got to throw really good pitches here, and you got to throw strikes. Luzardo looks like he's super stressed in the dugout watching. So this game is... This is a very stressful baseball game over here, and I love it. This is an awesome spot to be in if you're Kerkering. I mean, this is the whole season's on the line. Very cool. All right, so they end up walking him. Mookie spits on this pitch above the zone. That's what gets the Dodgers on the board. You know, it's not a grand slam. It's nothing like that. But trust me, Mookie knows how big of a take that was. He's firing up the boys. And the game is tied. Now, Duran does come back to punch out Teoscar on an absolute hellacious knuckle curve here that's nowhere close. And I love Duran's little skips off the mound that he does. This is his pimp. That little move, and it's so suave. Are you kidding me? Right here. Hey. 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 So, anyway, here we go in the real game. First pitch, sinker in. Pages check swing goes 0-1 count. And then after that, it was pretty much, that's where we're at. 1-1. I will quickly show you the Emmett Sheehan run that he gave up. It was on this Castellanos double on a fastball. 1-2, and they thought they could throw a fastball to this dude. You can never throw a fastball to this dude unless it's perfectly placed. He's always looking for a fastball. Nick's just looking for a fastball. And that's what he gets, and he gets a sick double here down the line. He's just on time for a very hoppy heater. Yep, 20-inch heater, up and in. Oh, game over. Dodgers win it. Absolute shit show. I think Kerkering just threw it away. So Dodgers advance. Phillies are done. Oh, my God. Did you guys see that? Yep, Dodgers are celebrating. JT's consoling Kirkering. This is a tough moment, I think, for him. I got to see what just happened. I didn't get a great look at it, so we're just gonna go to it. But this is how that run scored, and basically now we're kind of caught up, and then we'll backtrack a little more and keep watching this game, and then we'll get into the other game. All right, Kirkering. It's not up yet, but this is a text I just got. What in the fuck? I know. Bader looks pretty, the Phillies people in general look pretty sad. This sucks. It also sucks to lose the Dodgers every year. All right, here's a fielding error by Kirkering. All right, let's see. Oh no. It's a panic drill. That's what happened. It was a no panic drill. It almost gets under him. And then he doesn't have enough time, and he just doesn't know what to do. And because there's 2 outs, the runner's moving right away on contact. He should have went to first base. He had time to go to first base. He had big time to go to first base. I feel terrible for this guy right here. Yeah, because look where the runner is, and he's got the ball in his hand right here at this moment. Oh, but look, you can see it from this camera. It just squirts under him. Oh, and he threw a good pitch too. He did his job on the mound. Sinker in, 96-2. This ball chews him up. Chews Pajes up. Yeah, this is just sucks. It just sucks. I feel terrible for this guy. I really do. I feel awful for him. I feel bad for the Phillies that this is the way they went out. They played a good game tonight. Sasaki was a huge key in this game that we'll get into. But yeah, I feel horrible for this situation for Kirkering. But again, a lot of things can beat you with the bases loaded, nowhere to put the guy. Now, do we have the broadcast view yet? Still no. Ooh, you know what else? Another view might be good to look at is the side views. Maybe we can see something from there. Oh, it hit him in the back foot. Man, look at Taiwan over here. My guy Taiwan Walker over here. Just sitting on the thing, watching it. Hits him in the back foot, kind of kicks away. Oh. Oh, man, I feel so freaking bad. I can't get over this. So freaking bad. Anyway, congrats to the Dodger fans, huh? So we're going to have Dodgers in there, and they'll play the winner of Brewers Cubs. Cubs have a 3-0 lead in the second. Oof. That was crazy. All right, let's see what we got here. Nightmare scenario for Kirkering. 100%. I feel terrible for him, but overall, I mean, there's a lot of other chances to win. You know, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I don't know if you guys saw, but there are a few things on the store. Somebody, my wife put it up. Yeah, we got a couple B and C shirts on in the shop, and some hats. These hats, and the green one as well. So check them out if you want. There'll be more stuff over time, but there's not a lot on there now, just to see what the interest is and all that. All right. Yeah, he should have thrown to first. That was the big thing. I also don't know why they took Luzardo out. So the 11th inning, Luzardo goes strikeout.
Anyway, it's got Luzardo on the mound now. Dodgers have kind of poured through some of their high leverage.
Blows away Freddie up top. Then Edmonds single. This is a long at bat, 8-pitch at bat.
Tommy Edmond into left field, a base hit.
Ooh, a little change up into left, base hit. Will Smith.
See what he does. Kim stays put.
3-2 sweeper. Pretty good pitch, pretty good swing, honestly. But not enough. 2 outs. And then Muncy singles on this first pitch. I don't see any reason to take him out. What was the matchup situation? They wanted to face Kike. Okay. So then they go Kirkering for Kike. This was the walk. This was the whole at bat. Sinker strike.
So often in the postseason, Kike has
Interesting that they keep throwing pitches that he can theoretically pull. I don't understand it. He's dead pull.
Another shot here.
Dead pull. As dead pull as there's ever been. 1-1. Here comes a sweeper.
As a member of the Red Sox, I was back in the 2021 AL. As a postseason walk-off.
If you go to my YouTube channel, there's the shops on there. There's a link on there on the store. Sweeper coming. I mean, that's what I would do to Kike. Just stay away from him. Make him make swing decisions away. Make him make swing decisions on the outside corner in this spot.
2-2.
Fastball up ball.
Pages due next. Here we go. 3-2.
And then he does try to make him make a swing decision away there, but this one he just overcooks it big time. So good job by Kike not swinging. And I remember when I played with Kike back in Boston, one of the big things that he was actively working on was 3-2 swing decisions. He was swinging way too much on 3-2. And that one thing alone was going to have the potential to flip his season. It actually kind of did in the second half. Started swinging less on 3-2, drew more walks. Ultimately, did a better job when he got in those situations. And then here was the broadcast on the final thing. Now, I'm getting word that Kim also didn't initially touch home plate to add insult to injury. This is a beautiful sinker first pitch. And you can definitely jam the crap out of Pages. That's how I pitched him too. Sinker in mostly. Here's another one. Sinker in, jams him, and then obviously the play from hell. But oh yeah, he also didn't touch home plate initially, huh? Maybe he did. Hard to tell. Almost takes JT out. Anyway, just a really tough way to lose this game. But I do think we should look at a few more quick things from this game before we move on. Number one, we got to watch Roki Sasaki's 9 batters because he was a freaking revelation in this game. And then number 2, I want to look at Luzardo's pitch data real quick. So let's do that first, and we'll look at Sasaki's data, and then we'll watch Sasaki pitch. So Luzardo, velocity's up. Man, he came out throwing flames in this game. He's up big time in this game out of the pen, all juiced up. Average 98.2 on the 4, 97.8 on the sinker, 89.1 on the changeup, 87.8 on the sweeper. Damn matchups, damn analytics getting in the way of letting us see him try to finish that inning. It would have been entertaining. So he had good velo. He had 50% whiff going. 7 whiffs on 14 pitches. They had 5 whiffs on 8 sweeper swings. He had already faced nothing but righties. 22 pitches to righties, 8 to lefties. And Muncy got a hit that was a lefty. So he pretty much dominated the righties already. So now we're getting into the phase of like, are we watching the game or are we just blindly going off of the sheet? I don't know. It definitely is a question. Everything looked good, man. Everything looked good here. So anyway, I'll question that a little bit. Yeah, Kirkering, Orion, I know you're not watching, obviously. You probably have no idea what's going on. Delete your social media. It is not it is not worth it. There's some people that are very charged up right now. Okay, so you fucked up. You missed a ground ball. It sucks. You're going to think about it forever, but their opinions don't matter. It's just how you feel about it. So, whatever. Move on. You'll be all right. Rewatch and watch Real Muto. He's pointing at first. All right. This is good. Well, first, he told me to watch Real Muto, and then he said he's pointing at first. So, I mean, because that's what I saw initially as well. Oh, yeah, JT. JT's got the finger out. You can definitely see it from the center field cam, too. This is a better cam, sorry. Yep. Look at JT pointing the first. That's good. That's good. Good court awareness by Real Muto there, but Kirkering is so in panic right there, and he just froze. He just froze. That's what pressure does. That's what being on the road does. Look at the atmosphere he's in. There's 60,000 people there. It's loud as shit. And he just panicked. He should have made the play. He wasn't thinking about fielding. He was thinking about executing a pitch. He executes a great pitch. All of a sudden, this ball comes back to him, and he's just shaken up. He just can't make the play. Just can't make the play. But JT was looking at first, so good call there by Mike. Good call there by Mike. Yeah, and it's true. They're great. You already saw JT had his arm around him walking off the field. They'll all pick him up. He's been a good pitcher for them too. But yeah, this is tough. This stings. Not a place you want to be. You don't want to be on the field in that moment. You don't want to be a part of anything like that. It's just tough. All right, so we were gonna go look at Sasaki really quick before we watch his 9 up, 9 down. Here he was, 19 splitters, 16 four-seamers. So he goes splitter primary, also velo. Very good in this one, 99.5 average, up to 100.7. Induced vertical break on the split. Was kind of all over the place, but it always is. Four-seamer, actually a little less, but he was throwing cheese. He got 5 whiffs on 12 swings at the split, 3 whiffs on 13 swings on the four-seam. I mean, the overall zone percentage is really, really good on the four-seam. 81% zone percentage on the four-seam. When you do that, you're going to have a chance to get them to swing at the splitter below the zone. So this is all things that they need to see. Just pounding the zone tonight, so we're about to watch that in a second. Sasaki will watch all 9 of the outs he got. The sizes, they're snapback caps. They're one size fits all. They just yeah. Unless you need kid sizes, and if that's a need, then we can work on that too. Kind of made 3 mistakes there. Missed the ball. Didn't see the catcher tell him to go to first and throw it away. Yeah, it's just like, it's a bad play. There's no sugarcoating it. It's a bad play. It's an embarrassing play. But I'm just letting you know, like, he also, like, you're just having like an out of body experience in that moment. You're trying so hard, but you just can't do it. You can't do a basic thing, and you have no idea what's going on around you. Like, JT's pointing at first, but it's so loud. You're looking for the ball. You're thinking throw home. Like, there's just so much going on. Anyway, all right. So we will put this question up from Daniel Brown about Sasaki. Then we will watch these 9 outs, and then we'll see what we think here. All right, Kyle Schwarber is the first batter. Let's just watch both pitches. Split here, probably? Filthy. Ball 1, though. And then 98.8. Now, I mentioned he had an incredible zone percentage on the fastball. Man, that ball could not be more middle. And Schwarber hits it hard, but something about it made him get under it a little bit. And he pops it up. So, again, just going right at these dudes. But, yeah, this was a risky pitch, to say the least. All right, Bryce Harper, he's going to get him with a split. Ooh, somehow comes under a down-in split, pops it up. So, again, the split is just a funky pitch, almost plays like a knuckleball. You really don't know what you're going to get on it, and that's the beauty of it as well. All right, Alec Boehm gets out for the first time in this game on a 100.7 mile-an-hour cheeser. Middle down, chops it right in the ground. So, pretty clean and efficient first inning. Then in the 9th, he comes out and gets another first pitch out. I believe that makes him 3 out of 4 first pitch strikes so far, which is super key when you have his type of stuff. And then JT is going to strike him out on a 4-seam. I mean, pretty hittable height, but that is gasoline. He's in a really good place. He's in a really, really good place. You got to credit the people that worked with him while he was down there fixing himself, getting himself right with his shoulder and his leg and everything. You gotta give a lot of credit to them, because he's coming out. He's looking super smooth with the delivery. The ball's jumping out of his hand. The extension's there. They didn't really have to tinker with the pitch mix. They said, no, you're great. We'll just get you on track. And that's a really efficient first 6 batters he faces in the 10th inning. So now he's pitching triple inning, as high of leverage as you can have baseball. It's an unbelievable story. It really is. Number 1 prospect, left for dead when he comes out the gate and he doesn't look great. When he comes up big in this game. And this splitter is like a freaking curveball. thing's got negative 6.1 on it at 88 and only 644 RPM. I mean, look at the drop.
Castellanos on the ground. They had a man.
It's a knuckleball thing. It's so cool. I wish I threw one of these. These are dope. All right, Bryson Stott's going to get punched out. Four seam 98.9. Oh, can't hold up away. Go sit in the truck. And then Trey Turner. So literally 9 up, 9 down. Can't do any better than this. Huge reason why they win this game. They got incredible pitching throughout this whole game. Glass now. You know, Sheehan gave up the 1, but it was just the 1. Vesia did a good job. And then, you know, obviously Sasaki. Sasaki was freaking gross. 9 up, 9 down. And that kind of puts a bow on this one for me. Dodgers, give them credit. They have such a complete team. They have so much firepower on the mound. This isn't even one of their games where their top 3 starters start. Like Yamamoto, Snell, and Yamamoto, Snell, and who am I forgetting right now? Oh, who am I forgetting? Who's the third guy? It's not Glass now. Is it Glass now? No. Who am I forgetting? Somebody super obvious? This is ridiculous. Oh, Ohtani. 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 Haha. How do you forget that guy? I guess because I'm just thinking of him as a hitter for a second. But yeah, Ohtani. So they start Glass now in this game. He shoves. He looked incredible. He contributed in 2 wins this series. So I call this like a early 2000 era ace in college baseball type of weekend. You know, start on Friday, showed up the team's ass, come back on Sunday and close it out. Lincecum style. You know, super sick. So big ups to Tyler Glass now. He's amazing. And then obviously Snell, Ohtani, Yamamoto, they're in such a good spot with the pitching. They'll be heavily favored over whoever comes out of this other series, just from a pitching standpoint. And then obviously the offense, you know, they find a way. They got kind of dominated low-key tonight by Sanchez, Duran, and Luzardo mostly, but those guys are really nasty. So anyway, I want to put a little quick bow. We did almost an hour on that game, and we missed it. And it was worth it because they were friggin' unbelievable. So there you go. There you go. In this game now, Milwaukee and the Cubs. Now, what the shit happened to this game? How'd they score? Was there a homer? Ooh, a 3-run homer by Ian Happ happened. That's what happened off Freddie Peralta. Peralta had been dominating Ian Happ coming into this matchup, so he flipped the script. I think I mentioned earlier today that they were going to need a big swing from one of their guys. That's kind of their way of scoring. Peralta pitches up in the zone a little bit. There's a chance you could get him if you go for it like that. You guys are great. All right, what else we got in here? We got some Embiid talk going on. Mike's always talking basketball in the chat. Roki's motion looks way more flowing than in April. He was all over the place then. You know what? We're still not done with this game. Let's watch him throw a fastball from the side. It's really a thing of beauty. I remember watching it on YouTube, you know, when he was still in Japan and just trying to understand the move. I mean, he starts already knee bent with the foot out and kind of the hip is a little bit turned in. Oh shit. Yeah, I know it's kind of your thing. I know. I'm just giving you shit. We love you. Anyway, so you see here, he starts kind of bent, foot out, hip slightly pointed inward on this left foot. Then it's a huge kick. The knee is literally like under his chin for a huge gather. Then at some point he kicks it out and gets into this really powerful drift. Stays internally, or I guess that would be externally rotated with the hip before popping it open and getting into this position. And then he finishes very strong over the front leg. But it's just the leg kick, I think, is the freaking coolest thing in the world. Look at this leg kick. And it is slow. He's not rushing through it at all. I can relate to this. I had a slow-ass delivery, but it does help you kind of do the old hold and explode type of thing down the mound. Really sick. Let's see it from the backside. Ooh, I love watching it from this angle. This is tremendous. So you can see very well from here how he kind of counter rotates. This foot is behind the other foot. That's kind of abnormal. Then here, oh, and then you can see the arms in good scap retraction here, and then smash. And he lets out a nice yell. It looks like he's got a good pitch face going on. That's what we call it, the pitch face. Most people are pretty ugly on their pitch face. I used to do a lot of weird underbiting shit. But anyway, here it comes. Very nice. All right, so we got to watch Sasaki's delivery. That was fun. All right, back to this one. Damn, R.I.P. Mike Greenwell. Red Sox great. Damn, that sucks. All right, R.I.P. Mike Greenwell. So Freddie Peralta's still in this game, third inning. Both starters still going. Matt Boyd's looked good so far. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Pitch face is the new ghost face. All right, let's watch the Cubbies score some runs in the first inning. Again, it's the first inning. All they do is score in the first, and then they shut it down the rest of the game. Hopefully they don't do that today. 3 might not be enough. All right, Cubs and Brewers. I'm not going to make it through this whole game, just so you guys know. I'm tired, and I got a lot going on tomorrow, but I'm gonna watch a little bit here. Milwaukee, Peralta, first inning, so strikeout on a curveball. Ooh, very nice little backdoor, little curveball action. Nico.
But boy, he gets way out there. Horner with a ground ball left side through the hole. And a base hit for Nico Horner.
Bounces a curveball through the hole there. So, I don't know. Were they playing him way up the middle or something? I felt like this ball was on the ground for a long time. Yeah, just kind of well placed. All right, base hit. I think they did have him a little more up the middle. And then Kyle Tucker, 4-pitch walk. So this is where mistakes really happen.
It's ball 4.
Up and in middle. All right, and then Seiya's going to strike out. So Freddie fought pretty hard right away in this first inning. 2 on, 1 out, and the hottest hitter up for the Cubs. Ooh, gets him with that really good heater up above the zone. This is what Freddie Peralta does. He kind of gets low. He cross-fires and upshoots at the same time. His heater's got really good spin rate, 25, 21 RPM, so that's even more carry up in the zone. 18 inches of vert. It's beautiful. Freaking thing of beauty. And he blows away Seiya Suzuki. And Seiya did not like that at all. I want to watch his reaction in a second here.
Suzuki is struck.
Seiya's been competing his ass off this postseason. Yeah. Let one out big time there. And it got to a 2-out situation. And here comes Ian Happ, 3-pitch at bat. This is going to result in a 3-run homer. First pitch, changeup down, ball 1. Always been a fan of Ian Happ. He also has a podcast. Does a nice job. Changeup down, changeup here. Ooh, gets screwed on that. Pretty good catch by Contreras, though. Pretty good. Okay, 1-1. I mean, if there's one thing, though, I'm going to watch the pitch in a second, but there's one thing I've learned by watching a lot of these playoff games and getting in the weeds this year. When they're able to go like this, it's going to be way better. I don't care what anybody says. It's going to be way freaking better. Not only entertainment, but you're going to get some of these calls right in these big moments. That's going to be outstanding. All right, 1-1. Oh, and now he goes fastball. Probably doesn't get it up enough, huh? Yeah, not quite enough, and that ball's destroyed. And Ian Happ, you know, he's a big home run guy. Does it from both sides. A big part of his game is defense. But yeah, really good home run hitter at times. Has a lot of swing and miss in his game, but when he connects, you can forget about it. And this fastball, you know, I guess it gets to the top of the zone. It probably beats him, but it's not quite high enough. And he is perfectly on time, telling me he was looking for a fastball this whole time. Got 2 changeups. And, you know, he didn't give Peralta a lot of information there with the 2 changeup takes, right? Here's the first take. A little bit of a trigger, but not much. But Peralta's probably chalking that up to this ball started off too low. So you don't get a good read there. And then there's this changeup, which is low but called for a strike. He does trigger a little bit here. I don't know. The fact that his body is facing me before this ball comes home tells me that he's on fastball timing. So he doesn't read that great. But again, I think it's also location. If Freddie gets it up here, he's safe. But unfortunately, he gets it right around here. And yeah, see you later. No hit data. I would imagine that was at least like 106 or 107. But really nice. Really, really nice. And that is the 3 runs. That is what has happened so far. On the other side, Matt Boyd has done a nice job. Here's some of his strikeouts. Fastball up coming here.
0-2 coming. And Churio strikes out.
Very, very nice. Joey Ortiz going to strike out on a slider. Slider down, see ya. And William Contreras is going to be a victim on a fastball. Look at the target in, and he gets it in. Ties him up. Really good pitch here. It's so great when the catcher just sits in one spot and doesn't try to do some jumping around bullshit. He's just like, you know what? This ball's coming in, and I'm going to get it in, and it's going to work. And it does. Nice pitch there. So big credit to Boyd, who didn't make it out of the first in Milwaukee in Game 1. Showing up big time so far in this one. I don't understand what's going on. Why sometimes my MLB.TV will switch the game back to the beginning. Like, what are we doing? Happ was the Cubs' backup choice in the 2015 draft. We were 100% going to take Benintendi, but a late season surge shut him up the draft boards in Boston, took him before our pick. I guess that makes sense. Your kind of fits your model at the time. I would imagine Mitch, really good contact hitter, really good track record in the SEC and Benintendi. Happ was at Cincinnati, I believe. So they probably liked him for other reasons, but it's worked out very well for the Cubs, I'd say. It's been a happy marriage there with Ian Happ. Happy with Happ. Happy Happ. Amazingly, it still worked out, arguably for the better. Let's do a little showdown on the careers of Andrew Benintendi and Ian Happ. Dun dun dun. Baseball Reference Showdown. Andrew Benintendi, 16 WAR for the career, 1 WAR this season. Career 104 OPS plus, 738 OPS. Peaked relatively early in terms of WAR. Age 22 had a 3 WAR season. Age 23 had a 4.8 WAR season on the World Series winning Red Sox. So very high highs earlier. The girls were loving Benny. The hair was flowing. He was in an outfield with Jackie and Mookie, and times were good. Eventually, for reasons unknown to me, he kind of tried to come back from injury in 2020, and it went weird, and he got shipped out of town. By the time I got to Boston, he was in freaking Kansas City. So that was kind of weird. Is an all-star, though, in 2022 between the Royals and, I forgot this, he was on the Yankees for a little bit. A nice bounce back, about 3 WAR season. Then he signs the big deal with the White Sox, and since then it's been a mixed bag. This is where he's at in his White Sox career. 95 OPS plus over the last 3 years with .6 WAR total. On the other side of the ledger, we have Mr. Ian Happ. Yeah, drafted out of Cincinnati, 9th overall by the Cubbies of the 2015 draft, thanks to somebody like Mitch in the front office over there. And he is having a 4 WAR season. So already, this season's better than any year that Benintendi put up. He had a 4 WAR season because the season's over. Better than any season he ever put up. And not only that, 3.9 last year, 3.5 the year before, 4.3 the year before. Now, it's heavily driven by defense. But he is also a pretty good hitter. 790 career OPS, 116 OPS plus. He's actually a much better player. He's a much better player. And I feel like the extension is fair that Happ got. What is Happ getting paid? Like $20 million a year? Yeah, right around there. Making $21 million a year. I feel like he's absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. He's been very, very good, especially on defense. I think he's got a couple Gold Gloves, correct? Do we have Gold Glove information? Yeah, 3-time Gold Glove. Benintendi has 1 Gold Glove, 1 All-Star in the World Series. Hap, 1-time All-Star Gold Glove. No World Series? I guess he didn't make it up in time. Yeah, he was after that. He got up pretty quick though. So Benny was off to a big Benny was off to a big lead early, and it was looking like it might be a laugher, but then Hap flipped the script, and I'm going to give him the current edge. And I think going forward, probably the edge as well. I think he's going to create some separation here. Curious what Benny's making this year. Not as much, 17, but still, he's got another 2 years on his deal. Good for him. Good for him. Hopefully he can bounce back. He's not that old yet, so we'll see. Anyway, good stuff there. Good stuff there. Good stuff there on the old prospect showdown. Still 3-0 in this game. Let's see if there's anything to address in the chat. Yeah, so I'm thinking this will definitely happen. I'm thinking this will definitely happen at some point. No reason for it not to happen. We had the same agent, so I know a lot of people that know him really well. His little company that makes those shirts, what are they, Obvious Shirts? They made an automatic shirt, which I have somewhere. So that's pretty cool of him to do, kind of on his own. So, yeah, I don't see any reason why this wouldn't happen. And I would love to go on his show, too. That'd be cool. Let's see what we got here. Did you guys like that prospect, the baseball reference showdown? I thought that was pretty fun. I don't have any music for it, like no Price is Right or anything. Although that would be good. I wonder if I still have my playlist on my phone from, yeah, I bet you I do. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Playlists. Show bus. This is my Spotify playlist that I have made for sound effects on the bus in the big leagues. And of course, it all starts with when we call a contestant up. Or when you're going to ask the really hard questions. Anyway, I got all sorts of sound effects on there. That'll bring you a little bit. This screen, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. That'll bring you a little bit behind the scenes there. Probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but yeah, good stuff. Just saw the Section 10 boys react to the Dodgers win. Carabas's reaction is elite. I didn't know Carabas watched anything but Red Sox. I know he has national podcasts, but you still watching baseball now that the Red Sox are out? I guess. Yeah, it's up. It's on the YouTube page. There's a link off the YouTube page. Also, I think you can go to baseballandcoffee.com, but I'm not sure if that's working or not. I was trying, but I was in a little bit of a frenzy trying to make it work. Also, a little information on that Benintendi contract, largest in Red Sox history. I remember seeing that. That's more of an indictment on Jerry Reinsdorf than it is on anything else. I think he got $75 million. That's the biggest contract in White Sox history. That's insane. You play in Chicago. You should have super duper stars playing for the White Sox. It's insane. Oh, Players Court? No, I have People's Court as well. Oh, Players Court. It's more like, okay, I see what you're asking me about. Ooh, there's a fun question in the chat. I love it. It's more like, you know, you call up and you gotta meet your teammates on the bus. I'm not gonna break the sanctity of the player bus, but a lot of fun stuff goes on there, and you definitely need some sound effects every once in a while. Judge Judy, basically, People's Court, whatever you want to say. Okay, this is a question. Adam, thoughts on Craig Bjornson? I actually love this freaking guy. He was our bullpen coach the year I was with the Mets in 2022, the first year with Buck. Then he became, I believe, the Gwinnett pitching coach in AAA Braves, and before that he was a bullpen coach with the Astros and with the Red Sox. All he does is win. He was one of the most prepared, most interesting people I've ever been around in the bullpen, Craig Bjornson. He was just fascinating. Would always walk around like you know, if you've seen Game of Thrones, like one of those little whispers in the hallway, like this guy was just like always at the field, shuffling around in the corner with some papers. So anyway, he was the man. All right, let's see here. So we got some football talk in the chat. Oh, the Giants are playing the Eagles, huh? That's how little I watch football now. Don't even know that that's happening. All right. What else we got? So Boyd now 4 innings, 5 strikeouts. So we'll go watch his last few strikeouts here, and then I'm going to say goodnight. 4th inning, he comes out and punches out Terang. Of course, we don't have the angle yet, but it's on a slider. Ooh, a little drop down slider. Love it. Alter that arm angle, baby. Look at the drop down here. Woo. Very nice. Then he's going to Andrew Vaughn pop out. Hell yeah, Anthony. He's the man. Popped it up, and then Caleb Durbin called out on strike. Ooh, dotted down and in. Nasty. Look at the crowd just on their feet the whole freaking time. Wrigley's electric. I love it. So, yeah, 4 innings. He came out determined, and he is absolutely doing it. All right, I think I'm going to call it. It's been a nice stream. I'm not doing 2 hours. I'm not going to make it through this whole game. I'll be back for Baseball and Coffee tomorrow, 10:30. It'll be simulcast with MLB, so it's not 10, it's 10:30 tomorrow. Then I'll be on my normal MLB Now spot for a few minutes during the day at like 12:15, talking a few topics with Brian Kenny. If anybody is watching video worthy, I will be making those videos along the way if I have free time. I made 2 today, one on Vlad Jr.'s at-bats in the ALDS and one on Aaron Judge's at-bats. In the ALDS, they obviously both killed it. It was interesting to watch how the teams tried to get him out. Ultimately, could not really ever get to the bottom of it. So that was fun. I thought Christopher Sanchez was headed that direction today, but it didn't really happen. Anyway, it was really, really fun to watch that Dodgers game. Congrats to the Dodgers. They were the second team that have punched their ticket. Brewers trying to become the third tonight. If not, we will have 2 Game 5s. Definitely looking forward to that Mariners Tigers Game 5. I think that's tomorrow in Seattle, so that should be great. We'll cover that on Baseball and Coffee in the morning. Until then, thanks for hanging with me. Go check out the merch shop if you're into that sort of thing. And have a great night. Best chat in the biz. See you guys tomorrow. All right. Later, guys.